We got 6:30. Let's go ahead and call this meeting to order with the roll call.
Travis Kramer.
Here.
Scott McCorney.
Here.
Jeremy Hansen.
Here.
Jason Weezy.
Here.
Paul Kraus.
Here. The Open Meetings Act is posted on the wall. Item 4, consent agenda. Did anyone have anything that we need to consider separately? If not, accept a motion for approval as presented.
I'll make the motion to accept the consent agenda as presented. I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of the consent agenda as presented. If there's no further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Weezy.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item 5, approval of minutes from the January 15th, 2024 regular board meeting.
I'll motion to approve the minutes from the January 15th, 2024 regular board meeting.
I'll second that motion.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of the regular board meeting minutes from January 15th, 2024. If there's discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Weezy.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item 6, A, unfinished business, discussion and possible approval of quote from Sean Hazing for shrub and tree debris removal in the amount of $3,500 annually. Did we find out anything from Fremont today?
They contacted me one time. I told him the situation. He said he was gonna get back to me and
I heard back.
he did.
Well, I called today just to see where we were sitting and he just got approval, like not approval, but today they said at this time, they just have too much, so. So I'd make a motion to approve the current bid for shrub and tree debris removal in amount of $3,500 annually.
I'll second that.
And just so everybody remembers, we did have the potential for a large storm cleanup that we would have to negotiate anything above and beyond what we consider normal, so. We have a motion and a second for approval of the quote from Sean Hazing for shrub and tree debris removal in the amount of $3,500 annually. If there's no further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Jason Weezy.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item 7, streets, new business. Committee report, we really don't have anything going other than the bonds are moving ahead. We got that signed for the street project coming out. Everything should go well there.
Got a little bit better rate than what we had originally thought, I think, if I remember right.
What did it come in at? Yeah,
So,
Less than 4.
yeah, it was like 438 or something like that.
Yeah.
that sounds good. Looking for eagerly anticipating a pre-construction meeting and making sure everybody's on board with the school and what's gonna happen, so. We'll let everybody know when we get that. All right, item B, request to appear from Griffin Jaff. Griffin, go ahead.
My name is Griffin Jaff. I live on 618 North 7th Street. I've been here now almost a year. Nothing's actually been done, so I guess I don't really know as a homeowner. I would like to know what I'm supposed to do. So what happened was when we had that snowstorm, okay, you guys pushed the snow and it did great, right? And then I snow blowed my snow, and then I brought in a tractor and pushed my snow back because I have a drainage issue, right? So when your street drains into my driveway, which clearly was discussed in February, March, May, I don't know, remember when. But then when it drains, because it's nice out, and then it freezes and my wife slips and is pregnant, whose water is that? Do I need to sandbag my driveway every day we leave? On your shitty street? I mean, I'm just kind of confused here. As a homeowner, what I am supposed to do for the water that runs from my neighbor's house, the other neighbor's house, my neighbor's house, off your street, you know, I'm kind of confused because I have only lived there 4 years. I don't know how long that street's been open, but for 20 years, you guys been pushing. It goes straight, the truck backs up. I've never seen a load of rock there in 5 years. Now, I know it's expensive, I do, but I do know that there's plenty of money apparently on the board to get 2 loads of rock every 5 years. I mean, you're talking $1,000, but then now we're talking water running down into my street. Maybe what happens if my wife fell, because she did and I caught her and on her pregnant belly? I guess, what do you want me to do? Because that's pretty serious to me. And I guess, I don't know about you, but a road's supposed to have a crown. That road is huge. That road runs into my driveway. I moved in May or January 2020. I graded the yard then. I graded the yard in 2022. I graded the yard in 2023, and I paid somebody to do it in 2023. And now I got to do it again, which I'm okay with. But if I do it again, are you guys paying me? Because I'm just I don't know if you guys have ever built a road, but I'm just gonna throw this out there. Most people have a minimum, hourly minimum, so a 4-hour minimum with a skid loader plus a mow. So I mean, I gotta pay $1,000 basically every time to grade my yard. And then I gotta pay the water bill, I gotta pay the grass seed, you know, that's 150 pounds of grass seed every time I choose to grade it. And you guys think it's okay to not even give me an answer or plan, nothing. Now water has now drained, my pregnant wife has now slipped. I caught her luckily, and now I'm back up here. And obviously not very happy, if you can tell, because you guys think I'm just gonna let it go. And I'm not, because I'm pissed, because your water should not run in my driveway. And I offered to do this for free, and you told me, no, you'll take care of it. And it's not being taken care of.
I guess,
For me,
last conversation we had, JEO looked it over, came up with a plan. It was gonna cost more money than we wanted, we could use more widely.
the city can't hire the county motor grader?
No, what I'm saying is, we can use the money more wisely than paying engineering bills to come up with a plan
100%.
and
But the city,
build the road.
we don't have a city guy that can just come in and give it the whole college try, and if it doesn't
Right.
work, we do it again.
So the last time we had this on the agenda, if you would have been here for that meeting.
You told me not to come anymore, Paul, because you were gonna take care of it. I believe you were there, and that old guy from JEO was there. And you told me it was a waste of my time to keep putting it on the agenda, to keep coming, because you guys were gonna take care of it for me.
Okay, that was several meetings before the last time it was
You
on.
never asked me to come to another meeting.
We had it on the agenda to vote on the proposal from JEO to engineer the street, to find all the lot lines, to engineer it.
I've never
and to give
asked
us
it to get it engineered. I asked it for the city to grade it. Now, a crown in the road is different than a U in the road.
Can I finish?
Yeah, absolutely.
At the end of that meeting, when the board didn't want to make a motion and a second to pay the engineering fees from JEO, the suggestion was that John would try and find all these lot lines, see if you wanted to grade it, and see if we could come to some kind of an agreement on who pays to grade it. If you wanted to do it at that time, you know, we would work with what we could without spending engineering money.
100%.
Now, also, when you talk about people slipping on your property, you've also agreed to us that it's a good idea to put a trench drain in your driveway to keep that water that runs downhill from the road on your property off of your sidewalks and your streets. So I think it's unfair for you to come and try and blame us for things that you know we need to make a correction to. The drainage drains right into your driveway. You're gonna have water there, no matter
Sir,
what.
sir.
That house was built in a hole. I'm sorry.
Okay, so you're telling me that I can, we can go shoot it, laser it, whatever you wanna do, man. Whatever you want. When the road is actually lower and there's no crown in it. And not one person even came and tried to fix it, right? You know, put a crown on the road. But then, wait a minute, now that water's on this side of the road, right? Then you would have to put a culvert under the road, right? I discussed that. I also told you I would dig a ditch in my yard, and you told me not to do that at this time. The city doesn't want me to do that because I would have to dig it in the city right away. So, and that trench drain is in the city right away.
The trench drain was being talked about in your driveway.
Because I would pour a curb there and I would fix it myself. I've offered to do that and you told me no. Everybody has told me no, no, no. And now I'm here again, almost a year later, and we still don't have nothing. I'm getting told no. I mean, you've told me no. I more than once. You've told me no, more than once.
Well, the last meeting we had, we said we were gonna try and find the lot lines. We were gonna work with you on trying to grade it.
So
So
but it
this is
sounds
what
like
you
I'm
want.
just gonna do it myself.
As far as that
When did
timeline,
you want us to grade it? When we had snow 2 weeks ago?
Sir, there's no frost in the ground. We're still actively
Right.
moving a control filled dirt. We're building a road to Bennington. We're getting tests done every day.
yeah, our last meeting, after we made that vote, we talked with John and we all agreed we'll probably be doing it after we're done pushing the snow. We didn't want to rebuild the
I
road,
totally understand that.
put new rock on, then we're pushing the rock on pile and then we're.
I totally understand that, but I mean, for a living, I mean, I'm not super old yet and don't have a ton of experience. But I do know that when I drive on a gravel road, that there is a crown and there is a ditch on both sides. And that water goes like this. The water on 7th Street goes like this and like this. Now, if you want me to grade my yard, I will do whatever you're asking me to do. I have an idea that I'm gonna do once you decide what you're gonna do with your road to fix my problem. So as a homeowner, I understand that I have some expenses here and I'm gonna do it and I'm asking you to do it and I'm not asking for it to be done for free. I'm asking somebody to do it because I can't do it. I can't come in with a motor grader and just grade the road. I can't do it because if I got in trouble and my neighbor didn't like it, you see what I'm saying, guys? I can't do it.
That's in my mind, I would like you to get what's done.
I can't do it. And I offered to do it. You said no.
Right.
Now I'm back here again and I don't have time right now, you know, we're busy. We're so busy that, but you guys see what I'm saying? I've offered, I did it. I was very nice. I was very patient. And now it's 2024. That was supposed to be done in 2023 and not one person gave it a college try. You know, I didn't ask it to get it engineered.
When did we say that it would be done in 2023? Because the last meeting on site, I told you, we probably can't get anything done this year.
That was in
And we
June.
would ask the engineer.
Okay, but you said.
Yeah, and in June, I told you, we probably wouldn't be able to get anything done this year. So I'm a little bit surprised with the anger that you're coming at us. When we told you, we probably wouldn't be able to get anything done this year, but we would get our engineer to look at it. How do you expect us to get a project engineer bid and get everything done from June to the end of the year when we told?
When was the vote, I guess, when you said no, you weren't gonna do that? Was that September?
I don't remember what month that
I think
was.
it's November maybe.
It was more recent than that.
Do you not know that in December it was 58 degrees? I mean, do you guys not know that in January it was still 58 degrees? Did you know that?
We're asking you to get with John and see what we can do about grading that road,
Okay,
like you'd
So
originally
you want me
wanted to do.
so you want me to drive up to the city shop, pick John up and drive down, and we're gonna look at it together.
John, what would work for you?
Do I get a bill of Jack Brothers grading time for that? At that point? 'Cause I have to
My
go.
question is, you said that if you grade that road, you might make one of your neighbors mad. That's the purpose of having an engineer do stuff, is so we don't create that problem. And if you want us to do that, then who do we put the blame on? Do you want the blame on you? Do you want the blame on us?
Sounds like I just need to do it myself.
No, I'm just asking a simple question. Who do you want?
I mean, at that time, if the city came to me and said, hey, your neighbor's got a water issue, we're gonna come in and grade it. You know, this is what it's gonna be, we'll make it right with you, you know, whatever. I would be like, okay, you know, but instead, if your neighbor, Joe Blow, comes over and says, hey, I'm grading the yard, see you later, and just comes in and just cut your grass right off.
Are you talking about your yard or are you talking about the street?
Well, you gotta grade a ditch, you know, you gotta get that road up. So whether you take a ditch out,
I don't know.
Put a ditch
Have you
in?
seen the equipment that we have for the city? Have you seen the equipment yet?
I thought we were bringing my motor grader in.
You said that you couldn't. You just said, I'm too busy to bring a motor grader in.
Let's not go back and forth here.
I know,
What can we-
Welcome to.
What can we do without the engineer getting involved that would make you happy at this point? Could we find the lines and come up with a plan about doing some grading, whether it's you guys that we pay to grade, whether we get the county, whether we get some other people that have done grading for us? I don't know that we can get the county to come in, but we've paid other companies to grade our gravel roads.
You know, that answer right there would have been fine. I would have been okay with that, but just being left in the dark and then it rains and then it pours. And, you know, for instance, Paul, if I would have never put my name on here, would you ever called and contacted me?
Yes.
That was the game plan after our last.
Game plan when we're done pushing snow.
It is February. It's not, winter's not over. Winter is not over. It's February 18th.
So we've pushed, so in December, okay, in January, you could have graded the road. That's what I'm saying. You can do things. We do things.
I thought we were pretty clear that we weren't gonna do anything before the end of the year and we would wait
That's fine.
until.
I understand that, but do you see my point here, guys? I mean, like, there is an issue. And it's like, I don't know what you want me to do. Like, if you want me to pour a new driveway, I will. But if I pour a new driveway and put a curb in, okay, now that curb stops the water coming in my driveway, by the way. You know, you put so now, do you want me to put a culvert under it and dig a ditch? Cause that's what I would do. And that's what I try to tell your engineer at that meeting, put a ditch. But then what's that water, you know, where do you want, where's your rock gonna go? Is it gonna be in my yard? I mean, we have pea gravel, basically dirt. I don't think we have rock left.
I don't know how deep of a ditch we're gonna be able to dig to
6
make it
inches.
not go into your yard that is
6
6
inches.
feet below the
It's gonna be
grade.
pretty minor, but
Yeah, 6 inches is a ditch.
it's gonna be enough to do what you need it where the
To run
water
it off
needs to go, I think.
Yeah, if you run it off the road by, I don't know her last name, but Ally, I don't know her, Ally is my new neighbor. You could run it off the road, you could put a ditch in. I mean, my neighbor's house is a used car parking lot.
It's not gonna be a ditch, it's gonna be a slope.
Put a crown back in the road. You know, or slope the road one
That's-
way. You know, my driveway could be the highest spot and it could go back the other way. I suggested all this in that meeting and I would look like I was a 12-year-old kid. That's the look I
Can you
got.
give us the time that we asked for until after we're pushing snow?
Absolutely.
Okay,
I'm not, but I want to make sure it's like going to get done. I don't want to grade my yard for the 5th time.
Well, I told you to get with John, I mean, God,
I will get with you. I will get with you.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.
I will get with you.
Thanks, guys.
thanks for your time.
I'm sorry about that. It's February, so we're.
All right, so we'll put that on our next meeting as what we've come up with. Unfinished business. Item C, under streets. Discussion and possible approval of the quote from Sherwin-Williams for the Titan Power Liner 850 in the amount of $2,800 or the Titan Power Liner 3,500 in the amount of $5,499.
That's Sean. I'm assuming that's you.
I just got the other bid for the bigger one, because my thought was if we had to use it for spraying, painting the auditorium or something, it might work, a bigger spray that might work better. But, I mean, The smaller one would suffice just for streets.
So the bigger one does more than just painting lines?
Well, they both do, but the one has more PSI, obviously, so it might, if we had to get a different tip to, for instance, spray, paint the auditorium or something like this. The other one, I don't know if it would pull that much, it wouldn't put that much product out. And it looks a little bit, well, you see them, it looks a little bit beefier, heftier, it might last us a little bit longer.
Is this for a project like auditorium or something you said?
This is actually for our streets, to paint lines on our streets.
Is it something you want to do now? I mean,
We generally do it in the summertime.
okay, got it.
This would be all the crosswalks
Yeah,
and
crosswalks downtown area.
and then redoing these lines as needed.
I think last year we paid 7,000 to do the lines downtown, so this would, and they're there now, so we don't need to be stenciled, so we could just go over what's there.
Got it.
Rather than use paint rollers the entire thing. And we did budget for it.
No,
I don't recall what we had in the budget. Do you remember?
I want to say it was 5,500 or something like that. And this is from the paint store, we get all our paint in Fremont. And I think there's a warranty on it, can't remember what it was. It's both of them have warranties. Yeah. Warranty for your manufacturer's defect warranties. Lifetime warranty on the fluid pumps.
Stencil gun, you could also use it if you wanted to paint a building or
I
something.
think we could, I kind of compared PSIs on just a regular old paint sprayer and this, and it should work, we just gotta get a different tip for it.
And are they both the same power? They're both gas?
They're both gas, but one of them's got a bigger motor. You look at the PSI that it puts out. One's 3,300 PSI and the other one's 3,000 PSI. So it's not a huge difference. The one's a 37 cc 4-stroke. The other one's doesn't really say, does it? Honda US 120.
What do you have right now is comparable to each one of these.
We have
We have one.
We have nothing. We roll it on with a roller now.
Yeah, it's-
You said you had 5,500 in the budget, John, for it?
And like I said, either one would suffice. I just give you two options.
And they both feed out of a 5-gallon bucket? Okay.
Just doing the lines, the smaller one to do the trick, but if we're gonna use it for a building or something, then you might want the bigger one.
Yeah, and like I said, the other one looks a little bit beefier and it looks like it'll hold up better, but they did say that it would suffice for what you're doing.
I'll make a motion to do the Titan Power Liner 3,500 in the amount of $5,499.99.
I'll second that.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of the Titan Power Liner 3,500 in the amount of $5,499.99. Unless there's any further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Weasey.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item D, discussion and possible approval of cleanup days to be held April 27th and May 4th.
The dumpsters are the same price as they've been the last 2 years, so I'm going.
Is that still the same company we were going with during the flood? We've had good luck with them. Good.
We want to vote on that or we just?
we just.
I was to say, I think.
Let you know.
Yeah, yep, sounds good.
We can get some flyers.
Good to spend the money.
Yep, thank you guys.
You want to vote on the dumpster money?
Don't have to,
Okay, all right,
just letting you know.
all right.
You see the bill for May.
We'll approve that next month. We'll approve that in May. Okay. Water sewer, people's service report, item A. I see you got some pictures of newly painted pipes and
Yep, that was the stuff that was on state inspection, so that's all finished. I want to make sure you guys seen all that.
there was two things, and the first one was the pump drawdown numbers.
Yeah, and that's being taken care of.
And so everything's up to snuff with them now.
Yep,
That's good.
everything's good with the state. Then I painted some floors and other things just to make it all kind of look better. I didn't want to just paint the pipes and leave the nasty floors. Just wanted to show you guys that. I do have on our curb stops, that has started. Greg Russell's was repaired, this week. We still have two on First, for the two valves on First. When we had that main break that we need to get fixed. Two curb stops on Third, and then I have to figure out what's going on with Eagle Auto. Because as far as I know, they don't even have a curb stop, so we'll have to put one there. That has all been turned over to the contractor. And they're just doing them as they can.
At one point, those two buildings were the same business. They don't feed water off of the other building, do they?
Now, are you talking about the bar?
No, the Roots to Wings building to the north was part of the same business as,
It might,
yeah,
because according to my maps I have, that's where it shows the curb stop going to that building. I'm not 100% sure.
okay.
So if we just have to put another curb stop somewhere on that line to shut, so we can isolate that, that's
I wonder if something got paved over
good.
in between those.
I think that's all I got for you.
Item B, committee report. We've received an email from the engineering company about the sewer relocation project. We're working on that. Don't have anything else new.
That was it.
Travis, I know you were listening in on that meeting and we were kind of worried about a 2-inch line on Dodge Street. I found an old map from 1999. That line has been capped and is gone now.
Oh, that one.
We no longer have to worry about that.
Oh, good.
Good.
Thank you. That's good to know.
Don't anybody have anything else for James? All right, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
All right, item C, police report. How we doing tonight, guys?
Like we do have Sheriff Robinson on screen there as well.
All right.
Good
Mike?
evening.
We had three.
Do you have anything for us, Mike?
I have nothing for you. Do you guys have something for me?
Oh, the only thing we've been putting off a quarterly meeting with you, we should probably get that scheduled in the near future. We've been putting that off a little bit.
That's the only thing on my list.
Yeah, nothing really important to probably visit about, but it's always nice to do.
I think it is. Why don't you you guys shoot me an email with a couple, some dates you guys got. And I'll let you know.
We will do that. You know, it's gonna be springtime and that's when it seems like the kids start messing around in the park a little bit more. We got a couple of your guys here. Just gotta keep an eye on that because they always wanna mess something up, whether it's was put in the disc golf course and they vandalized that a little bit and just keep an eye on things, but otherwise it's been pretty quiet. You guys see anything crazy going on we need to focus on or? Pretty quiet.
We don't use that word.
It's a bad thing to use. I learned a long time ago from Sheriff Robinson, don't say that.
Hey. The deputies there at the meeting, that's Sergeant Judkins and Deputy Beckman. That is, he's in field training right now, so I thought it'd be a good thing for him to go over and observe your meeting for a little bit.
Thanks for
Welcome.
coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
If you know Sergeant Brian Beckman, that is his son.
All right, well, I can't think of anything else. We'll let you guys get your quarterly meeting scheduled and things have been going fairly smooth, so let's hope it keeps up. I don't know. We're gonna have some discussion about property on First Street. It's not clear to me whether we've already condemned the place from the flood. We may need, at one point I heard condemnation requires the chief of police, which would be you, and the chairman and a doctor to condemn the place. So we may be talking to you about that after we have discussion.
Yeah, just let me know what you need, Paul.
Okay, we'll do. All right, thanks for your time.
You bet, guys.
Thank
Have
you.
a good evening.
I think we'll wait until Jason comes back and go back to discussion on First Street. I'd like to have everybody involved in that. Parks, committee report. Do you guys have anything new for us?
I don't have anything. Pretty quiet, cold and quiet.
But, yeah,
You've had some vandalism on the disc golf?
Just a minor, more of a, just messing with things and bend one of the signs over, nothing major.
Oh, gotcha.
So, but Scott found the markers on top of the.
Top of the roof.
Oh, they're already on. I got enough.
I had some suggestions over the weekend about possibly providing, and I think we talked about this once, about providing Frisbees for rental or.
Yeah, yeah.
Have we done anything on that? Do we have
Have
Frisbees?
some,
Okay.
yes. It was just like trying to figure out logistics of loaning them out.
Yeah.
I mean, we're only open 8 to 4.
Mhm.
We're not there weekends, so I was like, well, maybe the library could somehow be involved too, because she's there Saturdays. I
Or
don't know.
the pool might be another option.
You're right, when the pool's
Yeah.
open, I'm not sure, so.
And then we'd have to figure out how much it costs to rent them and in case we don't get them back and whatever.
You know, we like the tree dump key, for example, like we just keep a log and like, I'll call you, put you down if you don't give me back that key, so. I don't know, could be similar. I'm not sure.
Well, when the pool opens, that might be a good idea to ask them if they'd be interested in doing that and. Maybe we get a plan figured out, we can post some options if you want to have some up here and some at the pool
Okay.
and.
Kate, was library able to submit those bills like we needed?
Yes, and that should be at the end of their library report. I put that expense report.
Oh,
in.
perfect.
I believe.
There it is.
Yes. Yeah, so that worked out.
Good, nice job.
Mhm. And they did have a private fund expense, and I just included that in with an invoice and the payables. Noted it to Allison to have it come out of their private funds, so I think it's the system, hopefully.
Excellent.
Did anybody have any questions on the library report? If not, let's go back up to item C under police. Wanted to wait till Jason was back, make sure we're all here. Discussion about 415 North Fourth Street. I feel like we've got that house is in a situation where it doesn't work for FEMA to buy it out. I wonder if we should start the process of condemning the house and then getting it torn down. I don't know how that looks. Maybe that's something that we need to consult with our lawyer first on how. If we condemn it, what happens then if we pay the bill for that? Or if we could just buy it from the property that has the land on it and then maybe use it for additional park space. I could see that becoming a parking area, which would probably be convenient for people that are just pulling off the road in one stall right now down there. That's probably not real safe. So if you guys want to go ahead, we could start discussions with the lawyer and see what we need to do to move forward.
Sitting vacant long enough, we need to pull the trigger and make something.
I don't even want to go in the place. I mean, I can't imagine the mold that's in there in 3-4 years. So. All right. I'll have Kate get with Stephen and see which way we should be going there, so. Item C, discussion and possible approval of quote from 12 Points for new public use PC for the library in the amount of $849. This is a new PC that there's, right? And then,
Yeah,
or I mean, it's a piece of equipment, not a monthly fee or anything.
correct. This is a new computer.
And would it be covered under our current contract or would we have to add something to it, do you know? Or all
As far as like service,
Yeah.
it shouldn't be any different because it's replacing one that's already there.
Okay,
My understanding, their like main public use computer broke, I think. Is what's happened.
It was some sort of patron computer is all I heard.
I didn't get it.
so this is coming out of their budgeted amount and we just need to approve it because it's over the threshold.
I mean, yeah. Yes.
Did you ever find anything on that federal program?
So I think I found it, but it was a little confusing and I was like, is this actually the right thing? But from what I was seeing, the prices were pretty similar. For at least this model because I had just looked up what 12 Points had sent over because I don't know enough about computers to look at stuff, but I mean, I think it's cheaper.
Well, it's not in here, is it?
Oh, sure.
For what the computer is?
Page 96.
96?
Yes, 96.
Didn't get there far enough yet. Well, my 96 is not your 96.
Hmm.
It's about 8 pages after the report. If you keep going.
Not amazing. Did you, or you gonna alternate or shopping it? Are they putting anything on it for that?
No idea.
Are they putting any software on it for that?
I don't know, I didn't,
That's just.
I was not the one who initiated the quote, I have no idea what was discussed,
Gotcha.
I just received this.
Sounds awful cheap. I would imagine that. I don't know. If we have licenses for our software and that's included in our monthly.
HP. So, HP.
That's just what their price is on their website.
It's right in the range, certainly not the high or the low from my
Right, is it
quick internet search.
400 G9 desktop PC, right?
G. i5. 13500,
Yeah.
16 gigabyte.
Mhm. Yep, that's just what the price is on HP's website, so.
And that federal program was no better.
I mean, as far as like that specific, like the HP, like it was
Yeah.
same price, but there were some others that I'd never heard of the brand, and I was like, I don't know if this is even, like, it was $400, and I was like, is that even
Sure, if it's comparable.
right? I have no idea.
Um,
But again, like, it doesn't need to, I mean, access the internet and
right.
whatever, so I don't know.
Do we need more information or are you willing
Yeah,
to?
I'm willing to make a call to 12 points next week and find out, and then we can look at that federal page and find out.
Yeah.
Apples to apples. How about
Cause
that?
I found something and I don't know, have you seen the federal page before?
I haven't.
Would you recognize it? Oh, yeah.
That's why I was like hoping you could find what Nikki, because Nikki
Something,
ordered
but-
these through it, I believe.
I found something, but I was like, I don't know if this is
Let's circle back. and do
correct,
that.
but that's fine.
All right, we'll come back to that next month. Item D, discussion and possible approval of hiring Charlie Matson for swimming pool manager. I think that's kind of what we were looking for, someone connected with the school.
Yeah, she's a first grade teacher at Arlington, super, I don't know, motivated to do something new and, I don't know, she seems like a really, I don't know, good for the fit and that she, I think would be a great leader and, take charge and, I think kind of take over some of the things that I don't want to have to do entirely, so, and she's super enthusiastic and I don't know, I think she'd be fine.
I've gotten good recommendations from the people I know, so.
Well, I'll make the motion to approve the hiring of Charlie Mattson for.
Shaylee.
Oh,
Bailey, I'm sorry.
Bailey.
I missed it too.
Shaylee Mattson for swimming pool manager for the 2024 season.
I'll second that one.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of hiring Shaylee Matson for swimming pool manager. There's no further discussion. Let's vote on that motion.
Houston Weezy.
Hi.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Scott McLean.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item E, discussion and possible approval of hiring Nolan May for an assistant swimming pool manager.
Well, this will be his third summer at the pool. He's very familiar with how things operate and made one of the questions, I don't remember what I asked, but he made a comment about how, like if a superior made an error or something, like he politely informed them how things are normally run, but as just a suggestion. And he just seemed like, I think he'd be great to, help a manager into that role. And seemed like a good fit.
Now, historically, we haven't approved assistant managers, have we? I don't remember approving assistant managers in the past. Barrett and,
Managers usually hire them.
yeah, the manager. Yeah,
I don't
okay. I'm
know.
not just talking through it.
Yeah, I don't know. Our wage ordinance says to approve all hirings. So
Oh.
that's why I was like, oh, it's
Yeah.
on here.
By the
I don't
book.
know.
I'll make a motion to hire Nolan May for assistant swimming pool manager.
Second.
We have a motion and a second for the approval of hiring Nolan May as assistant swimming pool manager. If there's no further discussion, let's vote on that motion.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Wayne Henson.
Aye.
Jason Weasey.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye. Item E, cemetery committee report. Anything new there?
Oh, no, it's a lot. I know Tom Vogt reached out to me, seeing if we'd ever be interested in putting, as he called it, a columbarium. It'd take some space to find a spot for it, but that's, for those of you not familiar, that's that someone would buy a box to put the ashes in of the remains. There. But it'd be, I told him we'd probably need some more details and stuff. And we were talking about 30 grand probably for something like this. So it'd be a big expense, but we'd have to budget for it, but we'd have to tell them we'd need more information and have some discussion on it.
Yeah, that'd probably be something we would have to put into the budget in August. And that time,
If it would make sense even, but
yeah,
we'd have to talk.
well, see if you can get some numbers and I mean, was he willing to commit to something more specific than about pricing or?
Yeah, he didn't have some exact figures of the day. He just mentioned they were on sale that week or something and was throwing it at me one day, but I said he'd need to present something to the board if we're gonna move forward.
Well, let's see what kind of interest we have. It sounds like, you know, I think more people are going that way towards cremation. Might be something to look at. And get the pulse of people and see what we think on that. Anything else for the cemetery?
I don't believe so at this time.
All right. F administrative, Washington County Building Permit Report. Did we have any questions there? See some work going on, new ones. I don't see any new starts, but. If not, let's move on to the clerk report, item B.
I don't know, nothing too exciting, I guess. The leadership Washington County thing starts March 7th. So we're going to some retreat thing. And that, I think. There's that. Our audit is the 21st. So I've just been making sure I don't know what I need for this audit, but I'm just making sure everything's filed and I'll be able to find it. So I don't know, should be fine.
You're running the same system and we haven't really had any.
No, I
Fast, so.
think I've just been doing the same thing, so it should be fine. Yeah. Crazy.
Anybody have anything else for Kate? Let's see, we've got some proofs on the historical markers. Do they need an approval? We've already approved this. They're just showing us.
Yep, yeah, that's what they'll look like. I just need to let her know if you guys are good with that. I'm gonna say the grant covers all of it. And yeah,
So it's not even gonna cost us anything.
no, she said the grant will cover the $1,200 that it
We
costs.
originally were going to do.
Mhm. Well, I think this is a real good start and we'll see if anybody, we'll see who screams the loudest about ones we left off and we'll move on with those for the next round. So.
And these are plaques that are going on the buildings themselves, right?
Sorry, yes.
And
I'm
they're,
still trying to find pictures for the pedestal signs. All that stuff from the library we've been going through, there's just a lot of it. It's just kind of a chore, but
and they're how big? How big are these? Do you know the sizes? And
not,
it's been so long ago that we originally.
and I can't remember.
Well, do we need to vote on those or just give her a
No,
separate?
I just wanted you guys to see them and make sure.
Is everybody happy with those? I think they look good. Okay, good start.
Kate, we do have an issue with the new logo, right?
Right, so that logo at the bottom was one that, Nick Schreck had like an extra credit, thing for his students, and one student submitted that one, and so I just threw it on there just to see what it would look like in practice, and then I had also reached out to her just to make sure that we had permission to use it and if we could get original files, but then she wanted to sell it to us for $650, and so I said, well, I was under the impression this was more of a donated thing. So anyway, gonna have to start over, but I don't know about the logo yet.
Shoot, that looked good. I liked it. That looked good.
Yeah,
I
like,
know. Okay, well,
So one of
I'm sure we can
Nick's
get close.
students made it?
yeah, it was like an extra credit project that he offered, and
Shoot.
I went to get permission, and I mean, good thing
Good thing you asked for
I was
permission.
thorough, yes. I just said I better know, for sure. Anyway, so yeah.
Maybe that website thing that I told you about, that'll be free.
Yeah, I have like a demo scheduled on Wednesday or something.
Yeah,
We'll see.
maybe you can show them this one and see if they can come up with something similar.
Right, right. So, yeah.
Anybody have anything else? If not, we're down to item 8.
Say, I got something here, I know. That fence on Bell Street, that plastic fence from 6th to 8th Street. During the snowstorm of 13th and 15th, when the guys blew the snow, they blew out about 35 panels. Have you seen it?
No, I
You guys
haven't.
gotta look at that, it's sad. Why they were blowing it, it was 10 below, 40-mile-an-hour winds. And on Saturday, they were out there blowing, and then Monday they were back, but anyway, if you look at it. From the bottom up, there's 35 to 40 panels blowing on that lattice on top.
Okay,
You didn't know about it?
I haven't noticed.
I don't drive it. I don't drive that street, so
Huh?
I don't drive that street.
Yeah, we guys gotta look at that.
All right, we'll take a look at that.
The city, I feel, even though it's private fence, I feel they should be responsible for repairing it.
I'll talk to our guys and see what happened there, what equipment we used, and
Well, the equipment they use with that little grass cutter with the snow blower on front.
So when they were blowing off the sidewalk,
Now, if they would have used the John Deere, the big one, they could have blew over the top. But anyway, like I said, you gotta look at it. It's funny to a point, but it's sad.
All right,
Yeah, like my neighbor took out 9, the other one, he took out 5, I took 2 of mine out.
do you have a cost estimate as what those are? Or
What's that?
do you have a cost estimate as to what the panel is? Do you know if they still have that type of paneling or not?
Well, you can buy it at Menards. They're like 2 foot wide. You could rip it, because they're only a foot. And you could use them, put them in there. But the problem is, the track they rest in are broken out. And I looked at Menards, they don't have those tracks to set these panels in.
okay. All right, we'll take a look at that.
like we've seen those damages because of wind damage too in the past, haven't we, or not?
Well, I've seen some damage to that fence that I feel is caused by heat and sagging fence panels, and I don't know. I mean, if this is something that we did,
Yeah.
we'll certainly have to look at repairing it, but.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Item 8,
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second it.
we have a motion and a second for adjournment. Let's vote on that motion.
Scott McCorney.
Aye.
Jeremy Hansen.
Aye.
Jason Weasey.
Aye.
Travis Kramer.
Aye.
Paul Kraus.
Aye.